So the goal for your first palpation lab should be to find the cervix. If you found the cervix, you can call that a win for the day. Obviously, ultimately, we would like to go beyond just feeling the cervix, because our goal is to find out if she's pregnant or what she has going on her ovaries, so that we can potentially breed her. But the first time you palpate, finding the cervix is definitely a win. So, coming from finding the cervix, there are two different ways in which we can palpate the uterus, and they're direct and indirect. I personally palpate the direct way, which is also called the sweeper. So I come in and I just sweep along. You see the pelvis here. I just sweep along the pelvis until I feel the uterus, and then I can grab it. And I usually are at about the cervix when you can do this. In our jerseys, sometimes their entire uterus is within the pelvic inlet, but for bigger cows, it's not. It's more like this, where it's hanging off the edge of the pelvis. So to get then the uterus up towards me, I can either kind of reach my fingers down, and if the uterus is small enough, you can kind of grab it and pull it back at you. So indirect is also the sweeper. So I'm sweep along the pelvic rim until I feel the uterus, and then I can kind of grab it. And if I tilt my wrist back, you see that I've brought the uterus closer to me. So you can do that, and sometimes you need to do that to get a big heavy uterus. You can also, if it's a big heavy uterus, you can sometimes lift straight up, and it'll stay there for a second, and you can reach in and feel, and then you've got the uterus closer to you. But flipped along, I've got the uterus, and then you can also, this is kind of how I do it, is I reach forward, and then I feel the two horns, and they feel like kielbasas, right? Like, you know the kielbasa sausages in the grocery store? That's kind of what they feel like, and I should feel two of them. And I can run my finger up the middle, which is where I will find the bifurcation, and you can use that to put the uterus up. I don't actually do that. That's not how I palpate. I sweep, I find the uterus, and I kind of do this, and I'll get it pulled back into the pelvis, and then I feel around until I feel an ovary, and you can stick the ovary then between your middle and ring finger, and then I can use my pointer finger and my thumb to feel all around that ovary. And I don't feel much on this ovary, so I'm curious about what's on the other side. So I find that uterus again, and go up and find the ovary, get it between my middle and ring finger, and then I can feel it with my pointer finger and my thumb, and I feel an early CL, or I'm guessing it's an early CL because it's not very big on this one. But it's nice, you can do this in cows. Do not do this in a horse. But in cows, you can put that ovary right between your fingers and feel it. Okay? So that's kind of the direct method. Doing the sweep, kind of getting it. You can either flip it back and feel, or you can feel it this way, get to it, and kind of pull the horns up. The other way is you can get along the broad ligament and kind of do this, and feel until, look, there's the uterus, and then I'm kind of feeling along, and you get to the ovary that way as well. The other method is the indirect method. So here I am, I'm at the cervix, and I can use my thumb to kind of push up, and I get it flipped up, and then I can grab the uterus. However you get the uterus in your hands is the right way, whatever works for you. This is not how I do it. Doesn't mean it's wrong. That's what's comfortable for you. So push it, you get that, you can get it in your hand, and now I'm holding it. I can do the same thing as when I was doing the sweeping method. Flip it back, or I can reach my fingers forward, and I can feel for that bifurcation and flip it back, or I can just keep reaching forward and feeling the uterus. Also, when you're looking for pregnancy, if I've got the cervix in my hand, I kind of want to get up to where my finger can be in the bifurcation. So there I actually want my middle finger in the bifurcation, because then I can use my pointer finger and my thumb to feel the membrane slip. And you want to do that on both horns. You can also kind of feel up both the horns to feel if you feel a bulge. And if you feel a bulge, that would be a good area in which to feel that membrane slip. This is not a pregnant uterus, so I'm not going to have that success. Now, if I've just lost the uterus, like I let it go and it's gone into nowhere land again, I'm just here in oatmeal. I'm going to push down again, find the cervix. I found my home base, and now I can continue on with my indirect or direct method of finding the uterus again.